Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Today is still Tuesday, November 11th, 2025, back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I got a lot on my mind, y'all. It's messed up out here. When you think it can't get no worse, it does. When you think you done handle all you can handle, life throw more at you. A lot of people look at me and think, he got it made. Same shit y'all going through, I'm going through it. I have a job. I work occasionally. I got this YouTube thing. But I also got a lot of people that I love that's out here in the same mix. First, let me thank my new members to the membership. Moon Guy 30, Trucker J, and Madeline Moorpan. Thank y'all. I really appreciate it and need it, especially now. Everybody's struggling, y'all. This is no revelation I'm finna tell y'all. I don't know where to go, man. I just got some disturbing news that shook me and got me worried and stressed. I was already stressed, but now even more. I'm not gonna say who, but somebody very close to me is in deep financial stress. Some life or death type stress. Somebody close to me, homeless almost type stress. Somebody that I can't let be homeless. And then I got other people that I love and close to me that's calling needing financial help. I don't have a whole lot, but they know I got something coming. Can anybody relate to that to where you the one that got a little something coming? But it's like you ain't got nothing because there's so many people depending on you to where I ain't got nothing. I don't have enough for all the people that I love to be able to. I'm stressed. The fact of the matter is, even if it ain't you that's struggling, if you love anybody other than yourself, you're going to still be affected by it. This economy, the time we're living in, the majority of people being broke. I'm talking about dead broke, $5 broke. Even if it's not you, it's going to be even more stressful for you if you still got a little something coming in. That's going to be even more stress on you that you got a little something coming in because the majority of people that you love don't. And if you anybody anything like me, you're not going to sit by and watch your loved ones struggle and suffer and cry and worry and be in pain if you got it. So it's like you ain't doing good either. If they ain't doing good, you ain't doing good. I'm talking about certain loved ones. I ain't talking about third, fourth cousins. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about people that mean the world to you. People that you'll die for. They struggling. I'm talking about them people. I know some of y'all said, big boy, you can't worry about them folk, man. I'm talking about people you would die for. You love them like that. They mean that to you. And they struggling. About to lose everything. Don't know what they gonna do. Pulling their hair out. Stressing. And you got it? But you don't got it? Because I got my own struggles too. But I do got a little something coming in compared to folks who ain't got nothing. America is fucked. That ain't nothing new you done heard me say. But I wake up today to even more. I can't get into too much detail about what I'm dealing with, but it's fucked up. And I ain't doing good. Emotionally, spiritually, mentally. I'm not good right now. And as the commercial I told y'all about, the bankruptcy lawyer, if it wasn't for financial stress, life would be virtually stress-free. See, the stress I'm dealing with right now, it ain't hell. Ain't none of that. The majority of the stresses and the problem that y'all are dealing with, it ain't hell. Ain't none of that. The majority of us, our main stress, and it's a big one, is financial. We all struggling broke at the same damn time. Really ain't got nobody to even go ask for help, because they broke too. Hold on a minute.
Let's have a real conversation right quick. The average rent, $2,000. We supposed to make 3 times our rent, so that'll be $72,000 a year. The average American makes $51,000 a year. Add that shit up and make it make sense. Y'all help me understand what is the future for the American people, because it look like we all gonna be living out our cars, living out of storage units, a group living. With all this inflation going on, it feel like it's rest in peace to middle class, as if middle class just does not exist. It's either you rich or you poor. Straight up, 2024, everybody counting their coins. Pennies starting to matter back again. Why? It's $100 to fill up your gas tank. Lights be $300, $400, $500. Groceries be $200, $300, $400 a week. Y'all make it make motherfucking sense. And we ain't got the time to get our shit together. We ain't got the time to get all physically fit and all structured and organized and financially savvy. We running out of time. All 2024, you got people reverting back to flip phones, buying EBT at an all-time high, scamming EBT, trying to get government assistance. I mean, we are definitely in a great depression or a great recession or something where we broke as hell.
I want to scream so fucking loud. I want to turn this damn table over, because I'm tired of this bullshit. I don't know what to say. I'm at a loss for words. What the F are we supposed to do? And whatever we're supposed to do, we're not going to do it. Because we got too many idiots out here still beefing, going back and forth over political goddamn party. Over who the fuck you voted for.
I don't think you guys are going to be ready for me to tell you how much I just spent on groceries and show you what I got. I spent, here, wait, let me show you what I got, okay? Sour cream, salsa, cheddar cheese, turkey bacon, taco shells, 2 bags of tortilla chips. So they were like, you can get 50% off, okay? So there's some deals in here. 2 things of salsa, packets either like $1 each. Sourdough bread, tortillas, a frozen thing of riced cauliflower, baby spinach, and kind protein bars, okay? This is it right here. Let me flip the camera around. This is what I bought. Right here. Okay? This is it. This is it. This cost me $75. Oh, and I had $2 off because I'm a frequent shopper. Yep.
You know what's crazy? I'm paying $2,300 to live in my house that I own with my husband a month. And we just got a letter saying that we, starting November 1st, are going to owe $330 more a month because of property taxes. So for our almost 1,800 square foot house, we're going to be owing $2,600 a month. It's absolutely insane.
I don't know where to go anymore. I have no home. I have no home. I don't even know where to go anymore. All I keep doing is driving back and forth on highways. We spend all our time in the car. I can't even cook for him anymore because it's getting colder outside. I'm trying to do my best, but where am I going? Where am I going? I'm either driving to a friend's cabin, which is 3 hours away, or I'm driving to a campground, which is $38 a night and has a shower. Either way, I'm spending money. Inconvenience. This is inconvenience. They evicted me. I was just starting a new business. Hoping to build a financial future, and now all that debt I'm carrying with me too. Crazy. City of St. John's.
We are living in a retirement nightmare right now with so many people facing homelessness. You know, when I grew up, seeing your parents, and then from
Retirement. Retirement? Did somebody say retirement? What the fuck is that? Is that where you stop working? I think that once upon a time people will get to a certain age and they will stop working and then they ride up to the sunset, go fishing and hunting and sit on the front porch and watch the kids play. You talking about that like 20 years ago what they used to do? Because that shit ain't happening right now. You're a damn fool. Unless you're rich. Retirement? Stop working if you want to. Go ahead. If you're still able to work, go ahead and stop. Talking about you retiring and you got some money saved up and you ready to retire. That little money you got saved, $100,000, if you got that. The majority of people right now retiring gonna be depending on Social Security. They ain't got no savings. Or that little 401k that you got $200,000 in it. You ain't got nothing. You broke. You broke. Because you retired now with the bills where they are, outrageous. But it's going to increase. But your pay isn't. The value of your money going to decrease. So if you retire right now, you got $200,000, whatever. Well, you might as well count that about 2-3 years. That shit gone. Gone, I tell you. I feel like whooping some ass. I ain't gonna even lie. Just don't know who ass to whoop. But I know this. Somebody need their ass whooped. I just don't know who. For the world getting to where it is right now, it has not always been like this. Even during the time, y'all talking about they need to raise minimum wage. Minimum wage when I was growing up used to be $3.35. That's when I was a child. It was lower than that before I was born. Minimum wage was, I remember my first job, $3.35. And people weren't struggling like this. It ain't the minimum wage. It's everything. Minimum wage was $3.35. And we weren't struggling like this. Now you got people averaging $20 an hour, $15 an hour on a job. And it's less than when they was getting that $3.35 in my day. People doing less with $15 an hour now than they were doing with $3.35 an hour back then. When I tell you you can get an apartment for $250 a month, I ain't talking about 100 years ago. I'm talking about in my lifetime. I'm just 53. In my lifetime, where I was living with Miss Nancy Harris, we were living in a 3-bedroom. Front yard, backyard, fenced in, $200 a month rent in Mobile, Alabama. You can't rent a hotel room for $200 a month. I want to cry, but I'm not. I'm going to fight instead. try to figure out a way to get this money together to help my people, if I can. I'm going to ask God, if I can't get it, at least let them get it. And if not, what we're praying to you for. I need you. But I know you got me. I know you got me. I ain't worried about that. But it still hurts. I know God got me. That don't stop it from hurting. To either be struggling yourself or seeing your loved one struggle.
For me, working decades, you think retirement is a time of peace and quiet. You're rewarded for all your hard work. And for so many, it has become a complete nightmare. It's not like that anymore, unfortunately. There are so many people right now that are one rent, one medical bill, and one bad month of being homeless out on the streets. That's very sad. But that, unfortunately, is the reality that we are living in right now. I grew up believing that after working really hard for years, and everything would be fine. You know, you're putting into your 401k. You know, if you're fortunate enough to have a 401k, I worked for only one company that had a 401k, so I really didn't have a whole lot in a 401k. I was fortunate enough to have a pension, not a large one.
Most people don't have a 401k because most people don't work for a company that offer that. So the majority of people don't have no retirement so-called funds saved up. They're going to have to depend on Social Security or if they got some saved, which means they're going to be broke.
By any means. But I just saved for my retirement. That's what I had to do. So that's what we're thinking, that everything was great. You know, a lot of people get that when you retire, people are taking all these beautiful vacations and they're walking through the sand on a beach with their margaritas. For the most part, most people aren't doing that. Most people wish they could do that, but most people are not doing that. And so many people right now are having a hard time with the housing costs, the groceries, the insurance. We're being taxed to death. So you're going to see people that are not always going to tell you how bad they're struggling. I get it. They're proud. I get that. They're embarrassed.
I say it all the time. You can look all around you, no matter how people are looking. I guarantee you, just about everybody in your area, in your vicinity, whoever you looking at, I don't care how nice they dress, I don't care what they driving, I don't care what kind of house they pulling up in, they are struggling right now. I know people right now living in nice houses that are about to lose them, asking me for help.
As to where they're at in life. They're going to feel like they failed. They didn't do enough to prepare themselves. I didn't always do enough to prepare myself. But you're going to find people sleeping in cars. You're going to find people staying with other family members or going from place to place. Can you imagine being in your 60s and 70s and you're not sure if you're going to have a home to go home to next month? I can't imagine that. I am very blessed that I have a home, and maybe I bought at the right time. I don't know, but it's affordable. I feel thankful that I'm where I'm at, but I feel so bad for some of these people that are one rent away from losing everything. I get that. But I've never been in their shoes. But I don't want people to blame themselves because it's not your fault. The system isn't built to protect us in today's world. It's just not.
I just want to know if anybody else's insurance is as crazy as mine is. I just got my renewal for the coming year, and my auto policy is up another $500, and my homeowner's is up $800. I'm just supposed to magically find an extra $1,300 laying around? This is really freaking ridiculous.
You said this is the brokest you've ever seen America. You said this is the brokest you've ever seen America.
Yeah. I've never seen, especially since I've been home. Because, you know, I drive films, I do all kind of stuff. This is the brokest I've ever seen America. It's more Fortune 500 companies going bankruptcy than I ever saw. Sales are the lowest in everything that you put out. People just don't have the money to do this extra shit and pay bills.
Yeah.
You have to pick a choice now.
Yeah.
You know, I know this, and people saying you don't know this, still this, and that. No, because I'm an entrepreneur. I look at sales. I look at everything. The world has never been this poor. I don't know what it is, Vlad, but people just don't have it.
I mean, inflation is the biggest we've seen since the 80s.
Hey, y'all. Pray. Just keep trying. Don't be too hard on yourself. Just do the best you can do. But America, as we knew it, is done. Don't waste your time running your ass in no goddamn poll voting for these lying ass people. Democrat or Republican. You better figure out a way. They're not gonna make it better. Stop arguing with your neighbors. People on Facebook, YouTube. Stop arguing with each other over these goddamn politicians. Democrat or Republican, stop going at each other over them bastards. Do you hear me? Stop it. We all we got. And if we ain't got each other, we ain't got nothing. There's people that are calling on me for help right now. And I'm going to do whatever I can to come through. But then I got to think about who's going to come through for me. Get it? Got it? Good. Bye.